We started anew in these ruthless, untamed lands. We built foundations for what we hope to call home. May fortune favor us this time. We couldn't save all. But there was no time for mourning. We had to search for food, but the woods are strange. We disturbed the forest and angered its spirits. To live again in harmony, we sent our bravest to appease them. By the grace of the Queen, our village thrived. But as we progressed, the forest fought back. In the end, the blight came. But we will keep the fire burning, no matter the cost.
Hello everyone, my name is Łukasz.
And I'm Aaron.
And we're 1/3 of the Remite Games team.
Yeah, so the rest of the team is working hard, or hardly working, on Against the Storm, trying to bring it up to the best possible quality before it leaves early access later this year.
So on their behalf, we would like to thank you for recognizing our game. A game that was once a little passion project developed after hours, which then grew to become our daily job and kickstarted our indie studio. So I remember that you and we lost many bets about the game's potential reception.
Yeah. I don't think any of us expected the game to be received so well, and for so many players to give a damn about it. Beaver pun intended. So, yeah.
I'm glad you mentioned our players, because I think they played an integral part in the game's success. So for the past 2 years, we've been releasing early access updates every 2 weeks, and the majority of changes that we made were directly inspired by the community feedback.
So yeah, dear players, if you're watching, thank you very much, and have a great IndieCade event. Cheers!
Cheers, thank you!
Hi, I'm Ondřej from Charles Games, and I'm here with Decarbonize, which is a climate change strategy game where you curb carbon emissions. And what we try to do is to simulate the real relationship between energy generation, energy consumption, science, and nature conservation and social reforms in a way that's going to be accessible and still mechanically rich. And we learned that robotic bees are actually somebody's area of research. And I'd like to shout out all the great people who work on the game here in the studio, as well as our great climate experts from People in Need NGO.
Covered in the embers of a dying world. Beneath a forgotten sunset.
It's an honor that Blue Suburbia made it into IndieCade. I didn't expect that at all. I think it's novel that something that I used to hate being referred to as a game because it was so misunderstood under that label grew along with people's definition of games over the 2 decades that Blue Suburbia has existed. It's amazing that it now happily fits under that term and even thrives. Like when people say game, it very much means something as artistic and different as Blue Suburbia. The entire concept and how welcoming games as a medium have become for work that is so different is inspiring. It's an exciting time to be creating this type of art. And yeah, I wouldn't be able to do it without the fans that were with this project since the beginning, like the late 90s when it was first released. Blue Suburbia is still here today because of the people that encouraged me to keep working on it and the people like my family who believed in me even when I didn't. I'm over the moon that Blue Suburbia has made it this far and was able to stay relevant for so long, so thank you.
Hi, I'm Shauna, one of the game designers on Chumo.
Hi, I'm Xiaoyang, one of the concept artists on this project.
And I'm Justin, one of the faculty mentors.
One of the most crucial elements that make our game stand out is how the demon inflicts curses upon the room, affecting what the players see, hear, and even possessing physical objects to bring out a truly immersive experience. As a team, the players must use their observation skills to search for these hints in order to successfully identify the curses, then seal the demon away.
The main theme of Chumo is based on Chinese exorcism culture. Our main inspiration comes from Taoist exorcism rituals and artifacts. We want to create an interactable experience of Chinese exorcism through using ancient magical tools, allowing them to participate in this thrilling ritual.
This project has been a wild ride. From taking inspiration from a field trip to Universal's Super Nintendo World, where we literally got soaked in pouring rain, to having changed the game direction more times than we can count during its development. The project is truly a labor of love from an awesome team.
On behalf of our team, we want to thank the rest of the game designers, Connor, Demi, Jingyi, Kevin, Terry, and Zifeng.
For the concept and art team, we want to thank Aigo, Isa, Robin, and Jacob.
And finally, we want to thank our team over at Art Center, Simon, Forrest, and the other staff and faculty who have supported our efforts. And last but not least, the IndieCade team and community. Thank you all for your continued efforts in making this all happen.
Hello. Where do you think you are? Wrong. You're in my crypt, and you're coming on a quest with me through a mysterious underland filled with peril and adventure. You'll make interesting new friends and conquer fearsome foes. I said conquer them. Do I have to spell it out? Stop. That's enough of that, I think. Now, are you ready to join me? Maybe. Well, you'd better make your mind up, because I'm coming for you very, very soon.
Hello, I'm Lee Williams, co-designer of Cryptmaster, along with Paul Hart, who can't be here today because we live on literally opposite sides of the world, but who does deserve the lion's share of the credit. Cryptmaster began as a weird little passion project that grew very gradually into the much weirder word-based dungeon crawling comedy RPG puzzler that it is today. We're really excited to release it, and we're honoured to be included in IndieCade. We'd never got this far if it hadn't been for the help and support of all the wonderful folk at Akupara, our amazing composer Surashu, and the game's magnificent voice cast. So thank you very much to all of those people. Thank you.
Hello woman, standing in line, you look just fine. But understand, you'd be prettier if you smiled at me. It broke my while. Why so angry all the time when I talk? You should smile. Come on girl, what you wearing? Tells the world you are to play this game. Who the fuck are you telling me what I should do? You're the reason I hide my smile, and while I never feel safe at night, there's nothing here for you to see. I will be free.
Hey there, we are Astrid and Ina from Triple Topping, an indie studio based in Denmark.
We're making the game Dead Pests Unleashed, a narrative game about struggling punk rock band giving their last chance to make it big.
We are very honored to be nominated for the Games for Impact award at IndieCade. Dead Pests Unleashed is a proudly feminist game covering topics like Me Too movement and what it means to be a victim, the pressure of society places on you to have children, menstruation, female masturbation, and more.
We chose to make this game because it was an important story to tell. We wanted to tell a story that represents victims and one that really lived them.
Huge shout out to our team at Triple Topping, the team at Carlo Knights, the Danish Film Institute Spilordning, and many more for helping us make this game.
Hi, I'm Jason Morningstar. I'm the designer of Desperation. And thanks, IndieCade, for considering Desperation. The cool thing about Desperation is that it's a role-playing game that kind of flips the script on player and character agency. You don't get to decide what gets said in Desperation, but you do get to decide who says it, which is pretty interesting. And I'm very proud of it. It does a really interesting thing with apophenia. It lets you match patterns with your brain where patterns might not exist, and it often feels like magic. So thanks for considering Desperation, IndieCade. Also thanks to Steve Seghetti, my business partner in Bully Public Games, Jen Martin, who was our production manager, Brennan Reese and Jabari Weathers, who are the artists who really bring the game to life. Brennan's also our art director, and Karen Twelves, who is our editor. We knew this game was going to be something special when we had our first big play test of it at Ringling College. And the students kept stealing my copies of the game so that they could play it with their friends in their dorm rooms. And I thought that was a good sign. A little theft between friends sometimes tells you a lot about whether a game has legs or not. So thanks again, IndieCade. Desperation is cool. We like it. You'll like it. See you later.
The diversity of life on Earth is staggering. We share the planet with tens of millions of creatures, all with different sizes, shapes, and ways of life. Ecosystem translates organic life in all its detail into a digital medium. It's a world of real animals living in software. Instead of playing a pre-made animation, creatures swim bound by the laws of physics. They apply torque at their joints to push against the water and propel themselves forward. They coordinate this movement using simulated brains. Data from their eyes and other senses flows down through a network of neurons that reaches into every limb in their body. They pursue their own goals, driven by their instincts, in a shared environment where they swim, graze, have children, and prey on each other. And as in our world, the infinite varieties of life are the fruit of evolution. The fittest creatures pass on their genes to the next generation, and over time, a world of strange and unique creatures is born. The steward of this world is you. Place plants and build caves and reefs. Design an environment that fulfills each species' nutritional needs. Adjust the shape of creatures' bodies and how they swim. Decide where their hunting grounds are and how they migrate over their lives. Everything is part of a system, and every system is a balance. The richness of life is in your hands. Join us in Ecosystem.
Hi, I'm Tom Johnson, and I'm the developer of Ecosystem. Ecosystem was largely a solo project, but it wouldn't have been possible without the help of a lot of people. My good friend Sam Kovacs did the sound design and also composed the score, and the artists Marvin Tischler, Shore Stelat, and Fabio Fernandez designed procedural materials for the creatures' skins and also made their faces. I'd also like to thank my wife for her advice and support. My goal with Ecosystem was just to explore something that I thought was interesting, and that is life, but considered really broadly, like life on an alien planet or even in an alien universe. Ecosystem is more of a software toy than a game. It's like a way to play with evolution and life. And I think that seeing all of these virtual life forms adapt to the different niches that you've created in your environment brings out the beauty and strangeness of life in a way that I think is pretty unique. Thank you for considering it.
I know you miss her too, don't you, Jess? Okay, we should keep going.
Hey, what's up, IndieCade? My name's Kyle Banks, and I'm the creator of a game called Farewell North, a moody and atmospheric adventure through the Scottish Highlands to restore colour to the world. Yeshi plays a border collie in this game, with a little bit of a role reversal as you're actually supporting your human companion and restoring color to her world. Throughout the game, you'll explore islands and the ocean between them, solve puzzles, shepherd animals, and uncover an emotional story about saying farewell. Feral North is actually inspired by my own move to Scotland in 2020. My wife and I moved from Canada, we sold everything we owned, and we landed in Scotland, got our first flat, and a week later the pandemic hit, putting us into complete isolation in a new country. This put all of our plans to explore this new country on hold, but all that new free time served as the perfect launching pad for this project, and it's been in development for 3 years since. Along the way, I've learned a ton about Scotland and met some amazing folks, some of whom are even based here in Edinburgh, who are helping me bring the project to life, including John Konsolakis, who's composing the game, and Joe Ross, who's bringing our main character to life with her voice acting, Herman Coronel, who's brought his animation skills to the game to bring it to a whole new level, so I really couldn't have done it without all my collaborators, as well as my publisher Moon Eye Indies. So it's been a really fascinating project, and the perfect way to explore this new country. Thank you all for listening, and enjoy the rest of IndieCade.
Since you left, I've been wanting to go back to the city.
Me too.
I haven't really been thinking about anything. Thank you all for coming, and thanks for your patience. Let's give Nina the goodbye she deserves.
Hi everyone, Mads here, creator of the Force Quartet. So consciously I was creating a game based on the loss of my mother, who was a singer. The people that have played a special role in this game has been my father, who has been the composer of the music, and my sister, who has laid the vocals. I hope you'll play the game. Thank you.
The Dark Spire is a one-way gate made to keep evil magic in. A powerful wizard named the Keeper watches over the tower. No one has ever broken in and made it out alive. One day, 4 wizards broke into the tower. They were surprised to find their powers completely drained. Unable to escape, they collapsed to the floor. The Keeper examined their memories and decided to give them a second chance.
Hi, I'm Bill. I'm the creator of Forgotten Chains, a portable escape room experience. Forgotten Chains is a game I made to introduce my friends to the concept of escape room back in 2017, when most people didn't know what they were. I bring all the game components in a backpack around to restaurants, bars, people's houses, or wherever I can find willing participants to chain up. I facilitated over 100 groups over the years, and this gave me an opportunity to observe and receive feedback directly from the players. I polished and adapted the game over the years as I grew as a designer and also as a person. I used to use this game as a tool to help me overcome my social anxiety at meetups, and today I get to bring this game to events to help other people make new friends. I want to thank Derek from Mission Escape for making some of the game components, and thank you to everyone who has played the game so far. This game would not be where it is today without all your supports and feedback. Thank you to IndieCade for this opportunity to share my game with more people. I will continue to evolve the game as long as there are players who want to play, and I like to invite everyone to become part of the process.
Peggy 16.
In an instant, the peaceful life that Anders and I had strived to protect was gone. I need to know why Anders was arrested. My mind was racing after the choices I'd made, turning over every decision and wondering at its effects. I could feel myself changing, doing things I'd never imagined, and consorting with people I would normally avoid. To free Anders, I need to help either the Resistance or the Nazis. Would someone always have to get hurt along the way? The darkness around me feels suffocating. But I'll finally get to see Anders again.
Hello from Bird Island. We make hybrid role-playing games, usually about normal people in abnormal times of crisis.
Gerda Flaming Winter is an RPG light halfway between an adventure and a role-playing game about a young woman's desperate fight to save her husband during the last winter of the Second World War.
This game is about civilians in times of war and occupation, their challenges, the choices they have to make, and the gray morality they have to face. A subject that sadly remains all too relevant today.
It's a game that came from a very personal place. Gerda is inspired by the grandmother of our game director, who was herself a resistance member during the war. And the story is infused with a lot of real history, as well as our own stories and life experiences.
We want to thank our team members, past and present, who all worked on this game here in our little basement in Copenhagen. We also want to thank our publishers Dontnod, as well as the support of the Danish Film Institute. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Welcome to Get Off My Lawn, a humorous arcadey first-person defense shooter, utilizing a unique alternate controller for true immersion. You play as a crotchety old man protecting your front lawn from being ruined by trespassing children. Rock on an actual rocking chair to stay awake. Use your trusty garden hose to spray pesky kids off of your lawn. Shoot down delivery drones to obtain power-ups. And drink your drink to activate them.
Hello everyone, my name is Christopher Jones and I am representing the Get Off My Lawn team. This game was designed to blend the worlds of video games and physical play in a fun and humorous way. We wanted to make a game and controller that someone could look at and immediately know what they needed to do to start playing. We strived to create a quick and fun gameplay experience that you won't find anywhere else. And I am so proud to say I think we accomplished that goal. None of this would have been possible without our amazing team. I'd like to shout out our artists, Avni Shelk, Landon Beatty, Jesse Tang, and Sandy Sang, who brought our world to life with its fun style and visuals, our engineering team that brought our ideas into reality, William Rockwell, Shabam Moray, and Denise Radford, who also made the great soundtrack for our game. Our producer, MJ Galicia, who helped design the game and make sure the thing actually happened in our lifetimes, and of course, our master of hardware, Saurabh Sood, who built the entire controller from scratch and integrated it with Unreal. Thank you for your time, and of course, get off my lawn!
Though we know very little, scientists say the asteroid's electromagnetic atmosphere may cause some minor interference with electronics.
And we'll be right back after this commercial break.
So, welcome back, seniors. Believe me when I say that this year will fly by, and you will find yourselves wishing you'd taken more time to prepare.
You are auditioning for a spot in my annual Battle of the Bands.
You really aren't thinking about it? The big kaboom?
When the fire falls from on high, oh, we can be the pretty heroes if we try. But tonight,
Bet this would be a good spot to be if it hits.
tonight,
Who are you?
we're never gonna grow up. Never gonna run out
make it to the summer tour.
Goodbye Volcano High is a game that directly reflects the people that made it. Every single member of our team owns a piece of its message, emotion, and love. In a world beset by crisis and worry, our game is a reminder to ourselves and others to make sure that your people know that you love them and to grow with them together through it all. Thank you to every person who put themselves into the game, especially Salim Dabous, Hope Aaron Phillips, Sam Boucher, Jacob Blomstein, Hazel Fraticelli, Robin Cabaret, Emma Bell, Lucy Viace, Ellen Alsop, Omar Dabous, Jenna Yao, Brigitte Nagar, Michael Chandler, Tom Paxton, Daniel Korn, Sarah Elmale, and Marcela Huerta, and all our extraordinary actors who brought our characters to life.
Hello. I was requested to make a brief trailer that is completely safe for work. Unfortunately, my game is titled He Fucked the Girl Out of Me, and that's not really possible. But I'll try my best. Hiftkum is a game about trauma. The reason that I made it is because the shame I had from was destroying my life. The best way to get over that shame is to talk about it. I chose to make this game as a machine that would communicate with people in my place. Even if I talked to one or two people, my fear was that eventually I'd resume hiding in shame. By making this game communicate for me, I could effectively free myself from ever going back to hiding. This game takes 30 to 45 minutes to play and is completely free. As a person and an indie game developer, I would be grateful if you would consider playing it, but I also get if that's not something you want to experience. Please read the trigger warnings before playing. Thank you for listening, for real. Alright. I hope you have a good day. Bye! Hello, my name is Taylor McHugh. I'm the developer of the game He Fucked the Girl Out of Me. I made that game because I'm deeply fucked up. And I needed to get all the fucked up shit out of me. Like all the shit that I was ashamed of. And I can't say everything's better, but it helped a lot. I'm here today because a lot of people cared. Thank you very much for including me in IndieCade. Bye.
Hollyhock is a Game Master free tabletop role-playing game made for 3 to 6 players to be played in sessions of 2 to 4 hours. Through fantastical places and situations, players take on the roles of various fair folk as they participate in the Hollyhock Festival, a celebration of trickery, wit, and skill, where they can pull pranks, dive into the world of fey politics, find love, confront enemies, and anything in between.
Our main goal when making Hollyhock was to address some of the ways GM-less games have struggled historically, with things like stake, pacing, and in-story significance of mechanics, while maintaining the player-focused story and roleplay-driven experiences that we've come to love so much.
Hollyhock is a playful, exciting, dramatic game that encourages players to be as outlandish or reserved as they desire, grapple with their characters' weaknesses, and make decisions that have real mechanical impacts on the story of each session.
Hello, my name is Lalana, and I'm one of the creators of the game Hollyhock. Hollyhock actually began as a college project between myself, Daniela Vega, Kat Townsend, and Milo Duclayan. We originally intended it to be a final project for one of our classes, since we all adored TTRPGs and wanted to try our hand at making one, based on the things we liked, but also the things we still wanted to see out of the medium. But Hollyhock quickly grew beyond the scope of a school assignment, and became the first creation of our indie studio, Nervous Playhouse Games. We had a great time working on it, and had ambitious visions for what we wanted the end product to be. With encouragement from our professor, we decided to bring it even further, to polish it up and publish it over the course of the next year. We learned a ton by working on Hollyhock, especially when it came to balancing working on a professional project for the first time with our other schoolwork, and we're so proud of how far it's come.
We are not crazy. Madness is something we tell ourselves exists just to endure our days. Mexicans, beware. Beware of false prophets who'll try to sell us a deceitful future. A future with mediocre teachers, corrupt politicians, and people without dreams. But above all, be careful with Mexico, because everything is about to change. A great oppressive system is forging. They will destroy what we value most, just for the whim of progress. Was the revolution just a dream? If only we could learn to take care of each other. They are the crazy ones. Let's hope we'll have the courage of being alone and the bravery to be together. Our future depends on it.
Hi, I'm Pedro Alvarez, Narrative Director at Macula Interactive, and I'm very excited to introduce you to Mexico 1921, A Deep Slumber. This is a documentary video game in which we try to approach the idea of video game as an archive, building a world and a game where every object, every person, and every document arrive as the result of a profound research and as a register of a particular time and a very particular worldview. It is also a way to relate to our own history through different lenses, presenting history with excitement and curiosity to understand where we're standing today. This is also appealing to our own Mexican identity and appealing to the idea that the outside world have of Mexico. It is also a way to think and enjoy art and Mexican culture. Thank you very much.
Hi, I'm Angela Washko, and I'm the artist and developer behind the game Mother Player. It centers around my own experience finding out I was pregnant the same day that lockdown started, and it follows my journey finding out what pregnancy and parenting would look like for me in this new, isolating, uncharted global health crisis landscape. So all of the interfaces, animations, fonts, buttons, dialogue boxes, and icons have been hand-drawn and animated by me. I wanted to create a poetic, soft, and labor-intensive game world that reflected the childcare experiences I had raising my infant daughter during the pandemic and only being able to work when she was napping. I want to thank Paolo Pedercini, also known as Mala Industria, who worked on some of the Unity programming with me. My partner Jesse made all of the soundtrack by manipulating all my daughter's toys that produce sound, so thank you, Jesse. I want to thank my daughter Yvette.Washko Styles for producing some seriously gorgeous watercolor paintings and drawings, if I say so myself. And also Anisha Baid, Kushi Nangankar, and Sam Horgan, who were production assistants on the project. And finally, I want to thank the UCLA Game Lab, the Frank Ratchey Studio for Creative Inquiry, and Creative Capital for supporting this project. Thanks for including Mother Player in IndieCade. It means so much to have this work be a part of your festival, which I've been in before and absolutely love. Thank you so much.
Hi, my name is Peter. I come to game development from the background of being a musician for the last 20 years or so, but I am not performing anymore, so I was looking for a new fun way to let people still interact with my music beyond just streaming it on Spotify and kind of forgetting about it. So I started a new project called A Number from the Ghost, where I'm releasing singles and also creating an ever-expanding video game where people can play those singles in a kind of interactive music video format. This has been a ton of work. I've had to learn how to make a video game basically from the ground up. There were lots of moments of doubt where I was unsure about how to do it or how people would respond to it. So it's been truly rewarding to see the real positive reaction that I've gotten from it and feel like it really has achieved my goal of bringing people closer to my music.
price of flight started out as a joke, but over the past 2 years, it's taken on a life of its own. Our team of 4 asked, how would a bird survive a JRPG? It'd probably steal your lunch and fly away. When you take that concept far enough, you get something that's barely recognizable. Our game looks cute on the surface, but there's no heroism, no power fantasy to be had here. Just stealing to survive. Humanity has built a machine made out of people, and if you don't form yourself to fit into it perfectly, you're left to die. When I see a pigeon nesting on a roof lined with anti-roosting spikes, I think to myself, that's how it feels to live in America.
Hello, IndieCade. I cordially invite you to the world of Puckish. In Puckish, all the balls are people. They're full of non-player characters. Hello, that's the voice of one of them now. They have complex social relationships and ideas, and the game is inspired by 19th century British literature and its emotional tension and confusion and awkwardness. Yes, we did good with that hole right now.
Excuse me.
These here are 2 butlers, and this is the tutorial level where you're trying to navigate a garden.
Good day.
Good day.
Pardon me.
Every ball has a unique voice and complex social rules that you need to keep track of. If you get something wrong, you get a social gaffe, which is like a scratch.
Excuse me.
It's the same concept, but they're people, so it's different. Now we enter the mansion, and you're the stranger. Come back after a long time away. Now just watch. Oh, you've totally disrupted the dinner party.
Who's walking here?
That's Puck. Now at IndieCade Night Games, we will be showing Puckish in mixed reality. Here's me from weeks ago. This is a Film 5 mixed reality table where you can wear special glasses that allow you to see the balls in 3D space. I could get bigger, I swear. I use a controller to take a shot like you're hitting a pool cue, and we use this fancy boy tool, which you can see in my left hand there, to control the shot, just like it's a real pool game. But the balls are people. Puckish is coming for us all!
Hello, this is Dustin, the game designer behind Puckish, although backed by a huge team at this point. So sometimes you say an idea as a joke, and then someone's like, oh, you should do that, and then it gets a little out of control, and I think that's where Puckish is. So about 3 years ago, I was talking to someone about my love for immersive theater and complex ensemble casts, but also billiards. And it wouldn't be cool if someone made a game that was both those things together. And he said, you should do that. And that idea just pestered me for a long time until Castle Jam, the game jam in Latvia in June 2023, where I made Puckish in a week. And happened to just luckily run into Krulski, who did a bunch of the really enthusiastic voices that are still in the game now. And I was done. I made a weird thing. Great. But in the meantime, I had this large Tilt 5 mixed reality table. I'm really thankful for the Tilt 5 team for having made that. And didn't know what to do with it. It had been bothering me for a couple of years. And I realized, like, wait, you made a pool game. Put the pool game on the table where people can play pool with an actual, like, pool cue controller. So I did that, and great. And we put it up in an installation in August, and people really liked it. But the rules, the kind of social rules of the game didn't feel complex enough. And I really like the idea of it being really complex. So I went and found these narrative designers, Jeffrey and Marissa. Marissa, especially the expert in the Regency time period, and she went and found a book of etiquette written in the 1800s called Decorum. And that book is the book of the game. All the text of the rules comes straight from the book, and the book controls the balls, and the balls are people. And so at this point, Puckish is a very deranged idea, and I really need it to not get more deranged. And I hope it's good enough for you, and I hope you get to play it at Night Games or sometime in the future. Thank you so much for the opportunity, IndieCade.
In one of the first playtests of Rebels of the Outlaw Wastes, the players made an aviator samurai, a singing nautilus woman, a spinach-eating sailor, and a rockabilly animatronic bear, trying to save cybernetic whales from a mouse-themed cruise line in post-apocalypse Florida. As a creator, I thought, yes, they get it. I want to thank our writers, Banana Chan, Whitney DeLoglio, Pamela Punzelon, Sharon Biswas, Yan Su, Julian Kim, and Brian Bin, and our artists Alessandra Rostagnato and Sol Lisa, and our layout designer Florentina Butler. Huge thanks to all of the playtesters, backers, and supporters. The game wouldn't exist without you.
Okay, look. The official statement of the NYPD at this point is that the investigation is ongoing.
There's a lot you don't know about my dad.
You spoke to Jim.
I knew him better than anybody.
Evergreen was something of a confirmed bachelor.
You aren't gonna get anything salacious about Robert out of me.
I keep it a secret. I cover things up. I lie about it.
Okay. Off the record.
You don't have to lie, but you don't have to tell the whole truth either.
Hello, I'm Sarah, representing the local RAG, the team behind Report on the Death of Robert Evergreen, a retro narrative newspaper game. Our game has come a long way to be here today, from a quirky college prototype to an IndieCade nominee, and we could not have made it this far without everyone who has supported us along the way. The students and professors at the New York University Game Center, Mateo and the NYU Incubator Advisory Board, and of course our wonderful executive producer, Nina. We are beyond grateful to have been nominated alongside so many incredible games. We wish everyone the best of luck, and we hope that you get the chance to try Report on the Death of Robert Evergreen yourself, either in its digital version or in a future physical release. Thank you so much.
I was dreaming. We were sitting out on the balcony in the sun, like we used to, legs dangling off the edge. Cars going by on the street. Our upstairs neighbor must have had a window open. I could hear her crying. Someone's dog, howling through lungs filled with plastic.
Hi there, I'm Jessica Harvey, Creative Director at indie studio Arbitrary Metric. First of all, I want to say a huge thank you to IndieCade for considering our upcoming game, Roman Sands Rebuild, for the visual award. Now, Roman Sands is a petulant, over-caffeinated existential crisis. It's fixated upon seeking transcendence as a means to exit inevitable, impending apocalypse scenarios. But despite the bleak premise, this is an absurdist piece at heart, a product of a design process perhaps closer to a sketch show writer's room than anything else, stitching the game together from any idea if it made us laugh hard enough. It's the challenge of taking rapid fire, incredibly shallow and silly design movements and letting them unfold into something that hopefully approximates a deep, complex and moving experience. Now, I've been incredibly blessed to have worked alongside some wonderful people on manifesting this game. First up, of course, is Arbitrary Metric co-owner Lazzie Brown, working on design and audio development. With her has been designer-programmer Jessie Fox. Then we've got our incredible art team, with environments led by Kat Stewart, designed by Paris Stacey and featuring the gorgeous model and texture work of Alex Bertram-Powell. They were accompanied by characters animated and modelled by Kylie Backstrom and illustrated by Justine Mercier. Then we've got writers Astrid Roden and Hera Blake, who've been layering in complex and nuanced scripts into the game, with Esty Peach voicing Kara, our leading NPC, who is an absolute joy for us to work with. Next to them we've got Joe Noses, who's been working a blinder tag teaming with Lazzie on the music and sound design, and the whole thing has been held together with the talents of our partners at Andrew Bennett's graphic design studio, Desktop Generation. Then last, but by no means least, has been our publisher, Serenity Forge. Without their incredible trust in us and our vision, there would be no game whatsoever to speak of. I really look forward to seeing people play Roman Sands Rebuild next year. Maybe you'll enjoy it, but hopefully it will have some kind of effect on you. Thank you.
Hey, I'm Adrian. 8 years ago, I was at a party dancing, and there was this guy next to me, and he was dancing so strangely that I literally asked to myself, are we even listening to the same music? And then it hit me I could make a game where that's the case, where you have to actually guess whether you're dancing to the same music. Now, fast forward 8 years, the game and the idea has evolved quite a lot, and together with Sim, Yarrow, Gillis, and Sandy, we made Secret Shuffle, a game designed for groups of friends to really play together and really have fun together. And it's really for everyone, especially if you cannot dance. Now, I'm really proud of it, and I hope you'll enjoy Secret Shuffle at your next party.
Hi, I'm Ben. I'm the lead developer of the Signal State. One of the sort of core values of the Signal State was that this dichotomy that we have, that we often think exists, is between, logical problem solving and creative thinking and creative processes, is a false dichotomy. Like, it doesn't really exist, and they're sort of two sides of the same coin, which is why this game is a lot about problem solving, but also about thinking creatively and how it can use problem-solving tools in creative ways as well. And I wasn't sure if people would get the game, but then when it came out and people liked it and people bought the game, and getting nominated for awards like these, it's gratifying to see that people like that. And I think big credits owed to our publisher, the Iterative Collective, for their amazing support, and they did a great job of marketing a really weird niche game. And also, big thanks to my colleague, Jason, who worked with me on this game and did a lot of hard work on that as well, while having to juggle a job as well. And also, thanks to IndieCade for nominating this game and not selecting this game alongside some other, really big titles. And to have our small weird little puzzle game be nominated alongside, that's quite the honor. So, thank you.
But she's a princess. We're supposed to save her. You're supposed to slay her, or she'll go on to destroy Everything. Do you not understand what everything means?
You poor thing. We both know this isn't you.
See? She's not a monster. She pries the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
I'll try to make it quick.
What is she? She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew, but failing to hit anything vital.
Oh no! I'll try again. Oh, I'm sorry.
You collapse to the floor, blood pooling in the cavity she carved into your torso. She leans over you, tears leaving pink streaks down her cheeks.
I wish it didn't have to end like this.
And it's too late to think of how things could have gone differently. Everything goes dark, and you die.
I see you have returned to me. Days mean nothing in the maw of forever. I never left your side.
Hi, I'm Tony Howard Arias.
And I'm Abby Howard.
And we are the co-creators of Slay the Princess. We are so happy that our little game gets to be part of this whole showcase. We're just going to spend our time thanking everybody who contributed to the project. A huge shout out goes to Brandon Boone, our composer, who put together a 54 track log OST where each track has the same leitmotif in it. I don't know how he went through the entire year without going insane. Huge shout outs to both of our actors, Nicole Goodnight and Jonathan Sims, who each play 10 plus characters with a huge emotional range, captured everything. I can't imagine anyone else doing their roles the way they did it, stellar work. Also a huge shout out to Team Dogpit for putting together a shader for us so our game runs well, to Phil Mikulski for fantastic sound design, and
to our fans.
Yeah, and to Stride PR for helping us market this. Anyways, that's our whole minute, so thank you so much, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Lost girl, I know I'm not a lost girl, but this is all new, and I don't know what to do.
A killer is on the loose.
Calliope! Please, come on.
Do you really expect us to believe that Calliope chose you?
We are the chorus, the gods who remain, hidden in your modern world. I'm afraid you have to die. This isn't justice! I can prove myself. Everybody can feel the agony that's hidden there. Everybody can see the shallow grave we're digging here. Everybody, should we endure? Should we interfere? Everybody, should I be part of this or disappear? Everybody wants to see you fall in love.
You can make us sing, but the song will always be ours.
Hi, my name is Liam Esler and I'm the Managing Director of Summerfall Studios, creators of Stray Gods, the role-playing musical. When we first started making Stray Gods 5 years ago, I don't think any of us anticipated how weird and difficult it would be to make a interactive role-playing musical, but we were helped along the way by a lot of people, including our publisher, Humble Games, our music director, Austin Lintery, our lyricist, Tripod and Montaigne, our voice director, Troy Baker, our incredible cast, Laura Bailey, Janina Garvin-Carr, Felicia Day, Carrie Payton, etc. The incredible creative team at Summerfall Studios, including David Gator, our creative director, Ellie Young, our co-founder and executive producer, and the whole gang. If you haven't checked Stray Gods out, it's something really unique and weird and special, and I really encourage you to do so. But thank you.
Tak is a two-player dice strategy game that takes about 15 minutes. In Tak, you are sailboats harnessing the wind to be the first to the lighthouse. Line up dice in the grid to equal the gust on the wind card. Each dice in the column scores 1 point, whether they are yours or the opponent's dice. Then dice are re-rolled and returned to their starting positions. Exceeding the gust will also re-roll the dice without scoring points. On your turn, move one of your dice from its starting position or within the grid forward or backwards any number of spaces. Dice may not move sideways nor jump over opponent dice. Play with different win cards to favor different dice. Some will even add bonus actions for dice in those columns at the start of your turn. Each game includes 3 storm cards with additional rules for the match. Storm cards may add new abilities or restrictions to your move. The different combinations of cards ensures that each game is its own unique experience. Attack is a game of intense strategy in a compact format. Can you adapt to the storm and work with the current wind to outwit your opponent and finish first?
Torn Away is a heartbreaking story about a child at war. Little Asya is in the heart of war-torn Europe. The girl miraculously escaped from a labor camp, and now she has only one goal: to get home. Alongside Asya, you are going to hide from soldiers, fight with hunger, cold, and wild nature, escape from fierce animals, meet good and bright people, but also embittered, dire ones. Work hard and remember the days of peace when life was so simple, when music was playing at home and mom and dad were by your side. But ahead is a 1,000-mile journey. You are in for a harsh but thrilling adventure. Asya's life and destiny are in your hands. Are you ready?
Hi, my name is Artem Kablov and I'm creative director of Peerlesek Studio. Our game Torn Away is a heartbreaking story about child at war. When we started creating our game in 2019, we wanted to remind people how cruel and destructive the war is. And the recent events of the world showed us that our message is still painfully relevant. Anyway, I'm really grateful to all our team that made Torn Away come to life. You guys just exceptional. Thank you. And I want to thank you for this opportunity to tell you about our little story. It means a lot to us. Bye.
I am in this till the end! So do I open the voicemail?
Up already! We're stuck in the boat at the base of the ridge! We need you to call 01595
01595 424
Welcome to Slag Oil Security Systems.
Please say the passphrase.
Oil?
Which officer would you like to give an order to?
Officer Walters. Oh my god. I do solemnly pledge to sacrifice all that I am. I can't believe I just said that. Cross on 1. You know, I've got you here, Slego. The crew must be staring straight at me. Oh my god, it changes every time! Ah! I really don't want to sing. Laura had a little lamb. What?
This is a transmission from the Metropolitan Police.
Do I want to get in with the police?
Let's talk about my money.
Yeah, which we stole. I can't tell if you're good or bad. Oh, if this is Morse code, flaming hell.
2.5 minutes to go.
I will. How? Oh no, don't die! Oh my gosh, get on the phone!
It's $1 billion! Please say you got it!
You want me involved and then you hang up on me. This is a toxic relationship. You're gonna come back begging for more. I know you are. Yeah. I'll work you right out.
I'm Thomas Keane. I am the game director behind Unknown Number, a first-person talker.
And I can't tell you the number of people who just told me to stop making this game. It's not going to work, they said. And I'm really, really glad that we did persevere, because as the first game in an all-new genre, it's far from perfect. But for me, all those imperfections are actually what make it really interesting. And I'm immensely proud to have been involved in a game that genuinely plays like no other game in the world. And obviously I couldn't have done this without the team who took the feedback from the people to stop and still carried on. Ben Copsey, who did all the programming, and my brother Finn Keane, who led the sound design, Roland Walters, who co-wrote the script with me, Ariel Martin Perez, who is an amazing art director, Studio Goblin, who did all the animations, and of course our lead actors, Candice Palladino and Simon Snashall, who somehow managed to make 7 hours of voicemails interesting to listen to, so I'm eternally grateful to them. So thank you to everyone, and thank you to IndieCade.
Hi IndieCade. I'm KB, the creator of Valiant, or Val's Guide to Having a Broken Vag, which is a game about vaginas and pelvic pain. I'm so excited to be here, and first off, I just wanted to thank my team, everyone from core members to those who offered just one line of code or concept art of Val. Here's the team. Alston Wesley Novak, Ariel Blaze Tony, Autumn Chan, Ailish Turner, Bethany Lai, Brendan Hutchins, Frankie Kavakich, Gus Algine, Izzy Jones, James Vandera, Jebby Zhang, Jace Cloudis, Justin Shin, Kaya Cook, Lars de Balsa, Maria Ibarbo Roca, Sarah DeBuck, Stella Shi, Silver Paul, and Z Lu. I'm so lucky that I got to work with these people in the last year. Thank you so much for bringing my dream project to life. And of course, endless gratitude to the USC Games community, where this game was written, prototyped, tested, and eventually completed. This game is dedicated to the millions of people, in fact 1 in 4 people with vulvas, who deal with chronic vulvovaginal and pelvic pain. It's for all of us whose pleasure is seen as secondary or irrelevant in the bedroom. It's for every person whose pain is scoffed at, dismissed, or outright denied in the doctor's office. It's for every person who struggles with and hides their vulvovaginal pain to this day. We deserve so much more. In the words of Adrienne Marie Brown, pleasure is not frivolous, it is freedom. If you have pain with sex, tampons, pelvic exams, or other forms of vulvar and vaginal pain, you aren't alone. Your health matters, your pleasure matters, and you are loved. I wanted to finally shout out the grassroots organization that's now changing how patients with pelvic pain receive care. It's called Tight-Lipped. We're a movement by and for patients with pelvic pain, and our goal is for every OB/GYN doctor to be able to diagnose and treat vulvovaginal and pelvic pain conditions so that no one has to experience what Val experiences in my game. If you want to talk about getting involved, or you just want to talk about your experiences, you want to debrief the game, I'm here, and I would be honored to listen. Thank you so much.
One step closer to solving an impossible question, right? Shall we continue onward? It's quite exciting.
PlayStation.
Hi IndieCade, I'm Matt and I'm the designer on Viewfinder. It launched in July earlier this year and it's been amazing seeing the responses to it. It's an honor to be nominated for IndieCade, and I want to say thanks to the whole team at Sad Owl Studios. I'm really proud of what we've done. I think what makes Viewfinder special is that the puzzle's open-ended. Each player approaches them in a different way, and it really rewards creativity. When we're watching people play it, they'll sometimes come up with a completely new solution that we'd never intended or even imagined. Something I didn't expect was how popular the game would be with speedrunners. Even before the game launched, the speedrunning community was competing for world records on the free demo. The speedruns are amazing, they pull off some ridiculous stunts, and if you played the game, I really recommend checking them out. It's even going to be at Awesome Games Done Quick in January next year.
So you're excited after all?
As if.
Oh well, my mistake. Now, your job is to go to each of the patients' rooms and spend some time with them. Got that?
Yep.
The name's Esther. What's yours?
Casey.
Casey. Very original. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to go solve a mystery about a goat.
Is this you?
Oh yes, that's me. And the family.
Would you like some company?
Of course. Be warned, I am riding up a storm at the moment.
You weren't in the war?
We escaped. And myself.
I'm doing work experience.
Deadly? Well, working up here is an experience, all right?
Now, as you know, my room happens to be beside the nurse's station.
You were listening in on them. Got the picture.
We are to have a visitor.
Something's fishy, if you ask me.
I exhort you all to follow her every command as we prepare for tomorrow.
You both know the drill here. Regardless of what's going on...
Patience first.
Dr. Bashard?
What are you here for? Time to turn me sunny side up?
You think I'm trying to kill you?
You've been picking foxglove and slipping it down the dumbwaiter. Death by 1,000 slurps.
Director.
Mr. Pettigrew?
I have seen that you talk.
I will speak with him about your case.
Thank you. How are you finding your time on the ship?
I hear people talk about things, but I'm not sure what they're on about.
That sounds a bit like the life of an older person. Nobody explains to us what's going on. We just have to piece it together as best we can.
Hello, my name is Goldie. I only have 1 minute.
A few moments later.
Wayward Strand is really a game about empathy. We love narrative games. Huge focus on the ensemble cast and on our NPCs and their stories and how that enriches the player experience. Lots of focus on what the hell player agency is and how to play with the kind of idea of player agency and how when you remove some of it, it kind of can enrich the world, hopefully. I think we were successful in that. We've had a really nice critical response to Wayward Strand, including these nominations. We're really grateful for them, thank you. The core team is about 7 of us, who I'll name in a second, but we were able to balloon out to 50 contractors during the development of Wayward Strand over its 7 years, with support from Vic Screen, but also from Sony and Microsoft, and I just want to particularly shout them out for putting their money where their mouth is when it comes to supporting diverse emerging developers, so thank you. Now the core team, Jason, Georgia, Maze, Russell, Kalonika, Elise, Susan, Aspen, and myself. Yeah, cool. Good luck, everybody. Well done for being nominated and for making cool, great games that either toe the line between art and entertainment, or just go full in on art. I love that. Take care. Bye.
Tear me down, come apart, come around. Paralyzed, I rely on something bigger than this life. Crystal ball, show me all.
I miss my life, Carter.
All the ways I could fall. I rewind, I decide on something bigger than this life. I keep kidding myself, my lovers. I'm just like the others.
I take a piece of me that hurts, and I throw it away.
Fool's gold.
what will last.
I thought you had integrity.
I'm so jealous, man. To be able to just do the thing you want to be doing.
We Are OFK is our story, our heartfelt musical story about chasing your dreams, what you risk to make art, and what thrives for it. Through the game characters, our virtual musicians, OFK, we share how hard it feels to make, like, anything creative. Imposter syndrome, money, differing needs and priorities. We wanted to create a virtual band like KDA or Gorillaz, but one that felt close to home. Characters who know how we feel, tinkering away in our rooms. Now our band OFK plays concerts out in the real world, and it's a dream come true. This honor from IndieCade warms our hearts so much, and I must thank our leads in code, Jared Huntley, Adriel Wallach, in art, Nafisa Tung, Jenny Yu, Taylor Reynolds, producer, Michaela Foote, co-writer Claire Gia, in sound, Omniboy, Akash the Car, Luna Shadows, Thomas Powers, our performance director Chris Brown, lead actors Sahaya Aviel, Fiona Renee, Ali Maki, and our funding partner Kowloon Knights. I'm creative director and singer Teddy Deef. Thanks, and bye!
Hi IndieCade, I'm Rob and I'm the production lead at IndieCade Games. We are a boutique indie game publisher and we recently launched World of Horror on PC and consoles. The game has been in early access since 2020 and we're very happy that the full 1.0 release is finally here on all platforms. The game was made by a solo developer from Poland called Paweł Krzyminski, aka Panstash. The game itself is a 1-bit love letter to H.P. Lovecraft and Junji Ito. It was made by a solo developer, but published by us at IndieCade Games, with a soundtrack by Questa and Garoslav, localization by Dragon Baby, porting by General Arcade, and help from a whole host of other people as well along the way. So we hope you love the game as much as we do, and we're very happy to be here at IndieCade 2023.
That's awesome!
It's not just an honour to be nominated for an IndieCade award, it's the fulfilment of aspirations that people on our team have had since they first took steps in the games industry. So thank you for that consideration. It means a lot to us. Wildflowers is a witchy life sim, but what truly makes it magical is that the characters feel like real people with real life problems and joys that players are able to interact with. It wouldn't have been possible to make a game like Wildflowers without a team that was willing to put so much of their heart into the game. So I'd like to thank everyone at Studio Drydock, as well as all of our external partners and contractors who all put so much of themselves into our game and made it really special. Without you, it couldn't have been what it is. So